All right, this one is going to be short, a little bit shorter, short and sweet we call it. Great term here. We're going to talk about what the term means together and the words one by one, okay? So tone deaf. We're going to talk about the two meanings of tone deaf. Now, first of all, a tone, that's a little bit harder to describe, but a musical note, okay, some kind of a sound, that's a tone, right? So you can hear different tones, different pitches, different sounds. Deaf, if you are deaf or someone is deaf, or an animal's deaf, whatever, usually people, it means you can't hear at all, right? Blind means you can't see. Deaf means you cannot hear. If you're tone deaf, it means that you can't really hear musical notes very clearly. You can hear, you're not actually deaf. You can hear when you're talking, but your brain isn't very good at sort of picking up sounds. You don't really understand, like when you try to make the sound back, it doesn't sound the same as when you heard it, even if you're trying to copy it. Okay, so some people are great musical singers naturally. They hear Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. I don't know why I'm picking these people, but they have beautiful voices, right? These women. So imagine a girl can sing those songs. She's not tone deaf. She can copy them back pretty well at karaoke, right? But most people are terrible singers. I'm not very good myself. I don't feel like singing, so I don't want to show you. I'm a little embarrassed. But tone deaf, if someone's really, I'm not that bad though. A lot of people are really terrible at singing. Like they suck. They're the worst, right? You go to karaoke and you really don't want to listen to them, because they're just that bad. It's uncomfortable to hear. So that's one meaning of tone deaf. Like, you hear someone that's trying to sing a famous song and it sounds like worse than 90% of normal people, you could say, wow, you're really tone deaf. Or someone might say, I don't want to sing in front of you guys. You don't want to hear it anyway. I'm tone deaf, right? And the social way to use it, the other way to use tone deaf, is a little bit more interesting. If you're really bad socially and you don't know what to do because of the situation around you, that is being tone deaf, okay? And a very good example, now this is kind of weird because it goes a little bit against what I just said, because Barack Obama, the American president, he's good socially, actually, but what people are saying, people that don't like him anyway, are saying he's a little bit tone deaf right now because he is spending a lot of government money, okay? And he's throwing wild parties in the White House and it's expensive, the taxpayers are paying for it. And I heard this the other day on the news, that's why I'm using this example. They said, is this guy tone deaf? Because a lot of the country right now, they're kind of hurting. The economy in America is not going that well. There's of course a lot of rich people. America's doing very well, but relative to before, they're in debt. The country owes a lot of money to China and other countries. They owe a lot of money, trillions of dollars. And Obama's just in the White House partying it up, having fun. Now this isn't a lot of money relative to the entire country, but it kind of sends a message that says the leader, the president, he's not in tune. He doesn't seem to really care. It doesn't notice that it's a sign of, wait a second, if I'm the leader and I'm looking like it's no problem for me to spend money, that's not a very good message to you, the people of the state. So people that don't like him are calling that tone deaf. And if you believe in that theory, that's a great example of tone deaf. So not knowing what to do in a situation, not being very compassionate. So for example, another one, let's say somebody told you that they just broke up with their girlfriend, okay? Or they just got a divorce. And you can see the guy's sad. Maybe he's not crying like a baby, but you can see that he is not feeling that good about it. It would be very tone deaf if you decided to say, that's too bad, man, but you know what? My relationship's actually going really well. Everything's going great with me. Why would you say that at that time? The guy's feeling terrible and you're going bragging about how great your marriage is and your relationship. You're not understanding the situation, bad timing. So you're tone deaf. That's the way to use it. You're not compassionate, not in tune with the situation. So those are two ways. Great word. Each of them are great words. Remember it.